If you've been offering live sessions and you feel like you're supposed to magically just know how to run these live sessions flawlessly from day one, pause, breathe for a second. Because that pressure right there, that's what makes everything feel so much freaking harder than it needs to be. You are not required to go in blind. No, you are not required to improvise your way through the stress. You are allowed to ask questions. You are allowed to set a timer, and you are allowed to build a whole ass structure that protects your energy and your boundaries. And to be very honest with you, buyers do tend to usually appreciate that because it signals confidence, professionalism, and it signals that you actually give a rat's flying batukas about delivering a damn good experience rather than just kind of hoping and praying something works out. Today, we're talking about live sessions in general. We're not overcomplicating things by breaking them down format by format. We're just going over the core principles that make any real-time interaction smoother, safer, and just less chaotic. Because whether you are just typing away, or talking on the phone, or you're on a video call, or you're sending live media, or you're mixing everything together in a blender of chaos, the backbone of a successful live session is pretty much the same. So let's break it down. So first, before anything even gets started, right? This is where you set the tone and you prevent most of your future problems. So age verification happens here. Here. Always here. Not after payment. Not after things get awkward, but before anything even begins. Then you ask the questions that define the experience, all right? And so I always start by asking base structure questions first. So how long would you like to spend time together? That question is going to determine pacing, that's going to determine expectations, and it determines my pricing, and it needs to come pretty early. So the next part is, what are we doing? What we doing, boss? What kind of interaction are you looking for? Is it a phone conversation? Is it more visuals with cam or just audio? Is it a mix? Are we sending media? What do we want, right? Or do we want something playful, dominant, relaxed, structured? Clarifying all of these details prevents the guessing game that comes later, and it helps you know what to charge right away. Okay, and then we move into the session direction and flow. So is there a theme, a fetish, a kink, a scenario, a role play, a mood, you name it? Ask them what they want to do together. If they know exactly what they want, whoop, 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 whoop. If they're indecisive, guide them gently. Even simple sessions benefit from a loose concept, like even just like a role play, because it gives both of you momentum and a starting point and a place to touch base on if things get a little stuck, you know? So then next comes the non-negotiable question. What are your limits? Limits are not a buzzkill. Limits are what make people feel safe enough to actually enjoy themselves. They also keep you from being pushed into something you never agreed to do. Also, if relevant, ask about preferences like outfit requests, name usage, showing the client's image, things like that. Those are all add-ons, and those will all help dictate your rates. While you're having this convo, write it down. Just write it down. Trust me, future sessions become so much easier, more personal, and with that personability, it becomes more profitable. And that's because you're not starting from scratch every time. Y'all know I am always tracking all of this info in my newly updated for 2026 client and order tracker, which is finally available over on the creatorsspicytea.co/shop. If the request is very detailed, repeat the outline of the details back to them before payment. So this just confirms that you're both aligned on everything that's wanted before anyone is sending any payment. Then the golden rule, right? Nothing begins until payment is confirmed by you. You're not changing your outfit. You're not setting up your camera. You're not sending previews. Payment first. After that, take a minute Take a few minutes. I always say 5 to 7, just to prepare, just to breathe, just to center and come down to earth before you get on and get going. Adjust your lighting, check your framing, open the apps you're going to need. Set your timer within reach, but out of sight of your camera. Rushing that preparation is almost always going to lead to looking stressed, distracted, disorganized, and that energy will bleed directly into the session. Your client will feel it. Now let's talk about starting the interaction. Momentum matters, okay? So instead of awkwardly just waiting for this flow state to appear, initiate with something engaging, maybe a clip, a message, a visual, a line of dialogue that fits the agreed theme. The moment they engage with that opener, timer is starting. We are a go. During this session, remember this. You are not carrying 100% of this session responsibility or performance unless that was explicitly negotiated, such as like femdom or femdom. This is normally a collaborative energy and collaborative experience. So stay present. Match their responsiveness. Keep your replies timely, even if they are slower. If they kind of drift away, re-engage them. If they're super fast, get ready to keep pace, y'all. If you are sending media, have a rhythm to it. Think short clips, quick captures, efficient transitions between your camera and back to your chat, right? Using good lighting will do more for perceived quality than your perfectionism ever will in a live environment, I promise. Like, just as much brilliant light on you as you can. Avoid filming anything super long or super complex in a live session because it will eat a huge portion of the client's clock. And unless that was the purpose of booking, the client's going to get pissy about it. For valid. Audio can be a lifesaver when videos are just not practical in the moment. It keeps intimacy and flow without scrambling. If you ever feel stuck creatively, consider having a back pocket re-engagement prompt that generates instant direction. My go-to is always like, okay, you have me in a hotel for one night. What are we doing? Right? Create that story, create that tension, and hook that interaction immediately. Let's talk about the silence. If they respond very slowly, you still need to respond fast. If they stop responding temporarily, you're still on the clock. Your timer's still running. They're running their own time here, but you're still there. Your notifications need to be audible, and you need to have that chat open. Stay aware. Their unused time is not your liability, and, they lose it, but you do have to be there in case they come back. The only reasonable exception is when someone clearly communicates that something has come up. And in those cases, it is up to you as the creator to decide whether or not to roll over or credit that leftover time. Ending a session is just as important as starting it. They are not tracking the time, I promise. 99% of buyers they have no idea how long they've been on that cam with you. So instead of abruptly announcing at the end that it's over, guide the interaction towards a natural close, right? Thank you, as you approach the end. If they finish early, acknowledge the remaining time and say, hey, you got like 2 minutes left, Shaq. You want to go get cleaned up or you want to hang out and chit chat? And then if they want to chit chat, you stay and chit chat. If they want to go get cleaned up, they're saying goodbye to their time. If time expires while they are nearing, be gentle, be kind, try and give them an extra 30 seconds if you can. But if they are still engaged, ask them if they want to re-up and add more time. And if they do, always verify additional payment was received before you reset that clock. Okay, when you move into aftercare, you're going to keep it warm but contained. Okay, this is where boundaries are coming into play real hard. Acknowledge the experience, express appreciation, say something specific to the session that you enjoyed. But when doing so, shift your language so it's past tense to clearly signal that that's done. Then open that door wide open. Connection language matters here because this is where repeat business is born and flourishes. So once the interaction fully ends, follow up with a short thank you message. Reinforce the positive tone too. Like, ride out that golden glow, y'all. Maintain professionalism. Let them know you can't wait to see them again, and let them know where to find more of you and your content if that applies. Underneath all of everything we just talked about sits the main rule that protects everything: kindness, with boundaries. You are a professional. Yes. They are a client. Yes. You are both two humans as well. Even in these highly intimate dynamics, respect and clarity keep the experience safe, sustainable, and enjoyable for both sides. So, right? Let's go through it real quick. Ask the questions, confirm the limits, control the timer, get paid first, right? Stay present and end gracefully. The goal is not just getting through the session. The goal is delivering an experience that feels confident, feels intentional, and is goddamn worth coming back for. All right, I absolutely hope this could have helped out at least one person out there who's maybe new to live sessions or just wanted a little bit of a refresh. More importantly, though, I hope you are safe. I hope you are sane. And goddamn, I hope you are flourishing.